What's up YouTube, and welcome to this Arrow video. So we've got a pretty action-packed episode this week. It was enjoyable, we got some mysteries, but it was cool seeing Ollie and Diggle back together, properly fighting. We saw some really cool callbacks to season 1 and especially some of the earlier seasons. And it definitely seems like they are trying to make Arrow great again. Yes, I was going to get an election reference in there as well. Trust me, I tried not to. Now, I really like what they're doing here and making Prometheus. And what I expected really at the early start was they were trying to make it look like the Green Arrow was doing all this crazy shit that Prometheus is doing. And they look incredibly similar, which kind of makes sense with the whole thing that this is someone from the past. So I really think it's pretty neat that they're doing this, and it is cool that as we get up to the 100th episode special, that we are being reminded of when Arrow was actually good. Of course, this season is actually good. I'm really, really enjoying it. Now, being a DC fan for life, pretty much, what I really liked about season 1 was the action and the fact that it was really unrelenting and unforgiving and unashamed to really have a lot of crazy shit happen and kill a shit ton of people. So that's what really drew me to the show, the fact they were making a gritty kind of, I'd say, Dark Knight style actual show. So the fact that they are recalling this is, again, pretty neat. And, well, we know Arrow has come on to change quite a lot. Olicity, anyone? So what they're doing here is they're bringing the past up and showing how much Arrow and really Oliver has actually changed by the reminders of how much of a killer he was in the past, killing people who, yes, they did kind of deserve it, and he was sticking to his moral code on the list. And raising this amongst the rest of the team will obviously cause divisions because they aren't as stone cold as he was. Obviously, now we know he was in the Brat for quite a long time before he came back, and these people are just dudes on the street. We also got the return of the arrows and the tennis balls, which a very nice little rehash here. And it's reminding me of the member berries from South Park and their assessment of Force Awakens, that they're just changing a little bit. They're just like, oh, do you remember this? Do you remember this? Remember season 1? But I'm not really going to say that's a negative because season 1 was kick-ass. Also, with them going back to the kind of Dark Knight gritty reboot, we got the whole train thing from Dark Knight pretty much as well, which is a pretty neat little touch as well. Not really sure if that is like an Easter egg or is meant to, or it's just a coincidence, but it was nice to see this scene, which was okay, yeah, the CGI at the end was a bit off, but, you know, they can't afford everything. So we got Dolph Lundgren making his debut in Arrow, and as far as I'm aware, I'm not really aware of any TV show that he's actually been on, so is this his first one? Sure, you can let me know in the comments. But Dolph Lundgren was very, very good in this role. It's nice seeing him play a villain. He does really play a villain very, very well. And I'm glad he's not playing the stereotypical, just a huge man going in to kill everyone and that's it. I like the fact that he's playing a boss here, like a proper crime boss. And we had the subplot that no one gives a shit about. Felicity and Malone. Falone? That could be their shipping name. Yep, put that, hashtag Falone. So we had her tell him her secret, which I don't care. I don't know why she did that. It's really stupid. And yeah, that's it on that one. Not giving that much time. So at the end we had Quentin Lance wake up and he's got scratches all over him and there is a throwing star in his possession. Now, this is really weird because how is he suddenly become so good at archery, so like really, really powerful, able to do all this stuff, afford all this stuff, and then carry on like nothing is nobody's business. Because obviously Oliver had a huge amount of training. He had 5 years of training. And here, well, it's not really much we could do. We could blame it on Flashpoint. But I don't think that this is him being Prometheus. What I think it is we've got someone, obviously, in the police department. Who other than newbie Malone? He has come in, and I think that he knows the difficulties that Quentin has faced and is blaming it all on him because, you know, whatever, which would be a very interesting storyline to go forward. And poor Felicity again. But that's it for that video. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.